Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to the Handmaidens. So glad you can make it. Where did I lose my tea already? Have I got a show for you today? Today we're going to be making counterfeit money. No, we're not. April Fools, just kidding. Today we're going to make something better than money. We're going to make homemade gifts. That's right. So simple. Anyone can do it. Maybe. And you will never make a mistake. April Fools again, maybe you will make a mistake, but that doesn't matter because that's all the fun of it. That's what we do here. We learn how to make simple crafts, fun, easy for everyone to give it a try and try again. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. But we're making these great, wonderful, useful, beautiful, adorable pincushions on a mason jar that you can fill in with all sorts of goodies, like to make a sewing kit for someone you love, for your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, your niece, your nephew, whoever's on your boss, whoever's on your list. They're great for spring because, you know, we might finally, not today, we might finally be able to get outside. And if we get outside, then we might want to take a project with us to do out in the sun while we're sipping some lavender lemonade and listen to the birds, and we might want to work on something, and we could bring a whole little sewing kit with us. But so we've got a whole bunch here that I made that I'll show you. But I'm going to show you how. So let's get to it, okay? Okay, we'll start with the things you're going to need. Okay, what you'll need is a mason jar, of course, with a lid that comes apart like this. Here's an old one I found in the basement. I've got a few different sizes here. I got this jelly size and this small size. I even have a great big giant one. I might try making one. I bet you I can fit a pair of scissors in there too. You need a marker or a pen. I like my disappearing... I don't think that might read backwards. Disappearing ink. I don't know how to say that in backwards. Pissa did. Something like that. You'll need some steel wool. Okay? This is how you make a real pincushion, people. You know why? Because people like to use a fluffy filler, but that will actually make your needles dull. So I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, where you sharpen your needles as you put them in and out of, you know, they come in and out, and every time they go in, that they sharpen a little, okay? So we want that. You're going to need a piece of fabric. I've got to try this little guy with some fox on there. You need a piece of felt for underneath, and a glue gun. What else? Pair of scissors. I think that's it. And then we can, and maybe some trims here. Some trim to go around the edge. Okay? So let's get started. Okay, the first thing you want to measure is your lid that you're using here. Do you see? Have you ever seen such a horrible... I craft, I paint, I glue, I do everything. So this lid here measures... and apparently I don't know how to clean anything. Measures around 2 3/4. I've seen people draw this circle and then put like an inch around. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to take 2 3/4 because I want to have enough fabric to put the steel wool in and then cover the back. Oh, did I tell you need a needle and thread too? We're going to need that too. So we're going to take this. We're going to I'm going to go 2 3/4. We want 2.5 is 5, 5.5. And I go through all the plates I have and I go like, yeah, that's about a little bit over 5.5. That's going to do. How's that look? That looks great, right? So this will be the fabric that's going to go around this. Okay? Whoops. And then we're going to take this and we're going to make a circle. Okay? You probably don't even have to make a circle. You can probably just use a piece of fabric and eyeball it and sew it. I'm sure you could. So we're going to put it here. Let's see. There we go. And I'm going to take my pen. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to take my magical pen and draw around the plate. And if you were going to make a bunch of these, you can get your fabrics out and draw a bunch of circles, okay? Once you knew your size. Then, I might as well do this. I'm going to take my felt while I'm doing that. And you want the felt to be smaller than this tan part here. And so it closes better. So in order to get a size like that, I figure that's the part that shows. So I'm going to draw a circle. That's the inside of the ring, okay? And we're going to use that as a guide. And I'm going to go here as close to whatever, because I want to use as little waste as possible. Close to where I've cut out before. And I'm going to draw another circle there. Okay. And you see that. And we've got another circle. Here. Okay. Okay. So there we have our circles cut out. You can see our little fox, and we got a little piece of felt for it to cover up our sewing. And then we're going to grab a sewing needle, threaded, and we're going to go around the edge of this and do a quick little simple running stitch, basting stitch, running stitch, I don't know. That is we're going to use to gather the fabric together, okay? So it doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to all be hidden. You're not going to see anything. It's going to, under the felt, it's to hold the steel wool or whatever substance you're using. You can use fiber fill. I'm not the police of your pincushion. You can do whatever you want. I want to make some pincushions using sawdust too. I believe that was a fabric or substance that they used in the past. I do like to make things authentic. I do believe wholeheartedly that there's a whole lost art wealth of knowledge from the past, and that we are going to need to know in the future if things keep going like they're going with shortened supplies and increasing inflation. You know, what would making your own gift have to do with inflation? Well, you know, if you can't afford anything out there, you might, if things get that bad, you're not going to want to give up celebrating. You want to keep celebrating stuff, but you want to go and, you know, make it affordable. But you're going to find out when you do start making your own things, how much, number one, you benefit, and it's really a nicer gift, I got to tell you. Okay, that's simple. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. And you see how it draws like that? So we're going to grab our steel wool, okay? All right, and we're going to grab our scissors too. Okay, we got our scissors and our steel wool, and we're actually going to trim it a little with our scissors. Oh my God, not the scissors. Why would you do that? Well, you're going to do that because this is actually going to sharpen your scissors. So, okay. So turn it like you can see it. So we're going to go around here and get it like the base round. Then we're going to use that other stuff to stick in there. I got to tell you, I did something with another one that came out really cool. And I might do it again. I use this guy. I put one of these already round with these little stainless steel scrubbers, and that's why I made this fella here. Right? Isn't that cool? And it works. You can feel the needle getting sharpened in there. Well, I don't know if it's getting sharpened, but you can feel it touching steel. How's that? Well, we're going to take the old steel wool. I did notice, I gotta look around for cheaper steel wool. Boy, oh boy, didn't this go up in price. This stuff used to be like nothing. I was tempted to get SOS pads, you know, how about that? That would be something. So you've got all this little extra fluffy. You're gonna put that in this over here, And then we're going to pull the string so it forms like a little bonnet. There you go. You're starting to form your pincushion. The best kind of pincushion around. And then we're going to place this in here. Or bury that in there. And yeah, be careful because sometimes I need thicker. If you can get upholstery string thread, that's the best. I don't have the thick enough thread really for these heavy duty jobs I do. I need to go on a thread run, which is no problem for me because I love to go to like Joann's Fabric or, stuff like that. However, I don't like spending the gas. So I'm going to go back around here and we're going to bring that back in. And then we're going to start to go crisscross. You're going to pull this around and we're going to tighten sort of like you would maybe a button, I guess. You're going to go up and through and pull that together. Keep arranging it. And through, go across the other side and pulling out. Don't stab yourself. One of the things you might want to put in your sewing kit when you're building it, what are things you could put in there? Well, you could put in a thimble. That would be nice. And I want to just prick my finger. You could put in needles, sewing needles. You could put in a little tiny tape measure. You could put in a seam ripper. You could put in thread, of course, buttons. I have one here that I just have buttons, and I try to match the buttons to the fabric. That was fun. That's a good job for a child that's old enough not to swallow a button. Sort your buttons. I love buttons. I love buttons. Did I tell you? I probably did in another video, but you may not have seen it. I used to use buttons, play poker with my dad, and we used buttons for poker chips. I would go, my Nana would taught me how to play cards, and I'd come back home to my house, and I'd play cards with my dad, and we used buttons, and my mom would not let me keep the buttons. I love the buttons. I just love playing with she had a huge button box, and nothing made me happier than playing with the buttons. Okay, so sew that till that's nice and secure. Okay, when you got it all sewn, like something like to that effect, and you got a little poofy part up here, and then you're going to take this and hot glue that right on the back. You could sew that as well. Keeping it away from those edges. So we're going to put some glue on there, and bring it up here where you can see, and ample glue. Yeah, that's a lot. Every single time I burn myself, and every single time I say I'm not gonna. How's that? Maybe I'll be lucky today, April Fool's Day. And it seems like not too bad. I didn't burn myself. Okay, so there you have our cute little fox pincushion. We're going to pop them through the top in there. Here, let them snap into place. Get them up as high in there as you can. Okay, so then we're going to measure our trim here around the bottom. And give it a snip. And we're going to glue that on. And this would be a good time if you're going to use a button embellishment to sew the button on. Like, figure out you maybe want to put 1 or 2 or 3. I'm going to glue the button on. I'm not a fan of that because I think you can tell. Buttons are cute either way. I'm just going to do it for the sake of time, okay? And here's where I'm going to, burn myself. Darn it, to heck. Why? Why, people? Why? It's like I was born with 2 left hands and then I want to craft, right? Okay. We're going to go like so. Like so. Yep. And come around. Remember, hot glue is not the only glue in the world. It thinks it's king, but it's not. You can use other glues. Trust me, they work just as well, and they don't try and hurt you. Okay? A piece of glue there. I'll be getting glue off my hands later. Then about the opposite of where you have the seam or over the seam, you could do that to hide the seam, I suppose. I like to put it on the jar and see where like a place is that I would like to see it. So there you have it. Simple as can be. Even if you don't get it right the first time, keep trying, like I said, and you're going to have this great little gift. All you need are some pins, some little things to put in there. I got sewing needles, some thread, you name it, you can put it in there. You don't have to put anything in there. You can put jelly beans in there for that matter. Anyhow, I will appreciate you spending some time with me. Here, look, remember these? These are sachets. That's light lavender. And we have scented candles. Delicious. Put them in a basket and you're sure to make someone smile. You made me smile today just for hanging around. Hope nobody played any big pranks on you today on April Fool's Day. If they did, tell me what they did and how you responded in the comments below. In the meantime, do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Hit that subscribe button because you know what? This channel is new. It's young and it's hard to find, but there's so much content that you're going to want to do when you're going to join along and become part of our family and, start doing stuff yourself. Do not outsource your life to the rest of the world. You want to become part of this new movement where we take back things and make life simple, and that's the secret to a magical, wonderful, wholesome life. You might save some money, you might even save the planet. Until next time, my friends, you be well, you be kind, and you just live a simple, simple life. Okay? Till then, bye-bye.